Alright, so I have purchased 45 euros worth of Temu carbon fiber stuff. We have a vacuum bag, a vacuum pump. We have our forged or cut carbon fiber, whichever way you want to call it. And this is our weaved carbon fiber, which actually, on first appearances, looks very good. I also bought this from Temu, right? So this is like a gold leaf type thing for nail art. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this red flake here to put into the carbon fiber and make it look pretty fancy. And obviously we have our 2-part epoxy mix. The cellophane on the part is to stop the carbon fiber from sticking. So now that our piece is cut out, we can start mixing up our 2 epoxies. Mix it all up. So now we're basically going to pour it on. Wow. Look at that. And that is before anything has been done to it. Now we're ready for our second sheet of carbon fiber into our oversaturated bit. And this is where I should have been wearing gloves. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, for the very cool part. I have a vague idea of what I want. Now I'm not sure how much of this I need. To make those glittery stuff. My mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us. Alright, and that is just about the most beautiful thing I've ever made. We're going to wait until tomorrow to see it dry, and then we'll pop it out the mold and see how it ended out. Alright, so here she is. This is the next day. Here's our part. Already you can tell there's some imperfections in the vacuum. This is a very cheap vacuum bag, so we're going to get, you know, air leaking throughout the night and stuff, which has made it so that it isn't a perfect seal anymore. This is why there's such thing as a testing stage. So there is our part. Obviously you can see immediately there is some errors. Examination. So on top, pretty good. It's not bad. With a little bit of sanding we'll get all of these little deformations out, and then we do another layer of epoxy. However, the bad part is here along the edge. You can see there is wrinkles just from the vacuum not being hard enough. Oh my god, it weighs nothing. That is incredible. Wow. And it's still got all of the excess on it, so it's going to be even lighter. This, holy, wow. And I managed to do it with minimal damage to the original one. So you can see a little bit of epoxy is seeped through, but I could still put these back on the bike and be pretty happy with the look. Alright, so we have our second one here in our mold, and our first one is, I'm going to call it finished. That looks pretty good. I'm not going to go any further than that. This one we've done it differently, so we've done it on the inside rather than the outside to attempt to prevent wrinkles, which this one had a lot of, and we had to do a lot of sanding and a lot more layers of epoxy to counteract that. This one looks like it's a lot more correct, the shaping of it. We're going to remove it from the mold. Alright, it is now out of the mold. The inside has a little bit of a mark, but since this is on the inside, it's never going to be seen. I'm not too worried about that. I could get it out if I wanted to, but I don't think it'll be necessary. Now the only thing here is I forgot to use any kind of mold release on the inside. So this might be bad. Alright, so here's my issue. This is shit because this, the mold release just peeled all of the forged carbon off and all of the you know, red details and stuff like that, and this is what we're left with. It doesn't look good, but we're going to try and fix it. Alright, so we managed to fix it. This is the new one. I ran out of that lovely red colour, so we did gold. These are just for tryouts, but I did fix it. And what I'm going to do with this one next is do the same thing that I did on this one, so lay a little bit more epoxy without the vacuum so that it kind of levels out all of these wrinkles. And then shave it all down a little bit more and maybe another layer, and eventually just get rid of this kind of wrinkly stuff on it. And there you go. That is how you make carbon fiber parts for, this is altogether maybe 30-35 euros worth of stuff. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments, and we'll be definitely making more videos on this in the future because I am obsessed.